We're here at McNally Robinson today with Laurie Bonello for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we're hoping she can give us some insight. Why is Breast Cancer Awareness Month so important to you?
Well, in 2003, I was diagnosed with an aggressive form of breast cancer, and thankfully, I've been cancer-free since that time, but I believe it was in part due to the fact that I caught the cancer early through a breast self-exam. And had I not done that, had I not gone to the doctor to talk about my concerns, I might not be here today telling you my story. So it's very important to me.
Absolutely. What are some of the things you've noticed going on in the city for Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
Well, there's certainly a lot of activities going on. The wonderful Star Phoenix pink paper yesterday is certainly something that was great to see, and just all the contributions people have made to that to the newspaper, the stories that people sent in, and the different. Whether it's the stores that have specialty items for women going through breast cancer, or just people carrying different things that are selling in order to support breast cancer. There's a lot going on in the city.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone seems to be really supporting it and trying to make people aware of it.
You bet.
You also are the author of a book, Across the Void. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Across the Void, Through Cancer and Into Life is the story of my journey through breast cancer. And it's about my physical challenges that people often go through with the diagnosis and treatment and then recovery. But it's also about the emotional journey that a person goes through. During any type of loss, you get tossed into this void, which is this deep and vacant place that can be quite uncomfortable, because your life has changed and your normal is gone, and you're not yet who you are becoming, and you're not still who you used to be. And so traveling across that void and getting to the other side is a challenge that a lot of people refer to as survivorship. And I learned a lot of lessons through that process and felt compelled to share it with others to help them in their journey as well.
What would your advice to people going through this journey be?
Well, first of all, to really be their own advocate, to ensure that they're getting the best care that they can, to do whatever they can to help themselves emotionally get through that, whether it's through joining a self-help group or reading lots of information. That's something that I did, really working on managing my mind and my thoughts and feelings to ensure that I was staying positive and hopeful, and as well to really take care of yourself.
So the entire month of October is dedicated to breast cancer awareness. Do you think it will be effective in making people more aware of what they need to do to make sure that they lead a healthy life?
I sure hope so, at least for people to get informed about the risks, about what they need to be aware of themselves. One thing that a lot of people, I'm not sure that they're aware of, is that men get breast cancer as well. And so we really have to be vigilant in doing those breast self-exams. As I mentioned, I believe it saved my life. I went from an annual checkup at the doctor at 37 years old with a clean bill of health, to 3 months later finding a lump myself, to 6 months later being told that I had cancer and that it had already spread into my breast tissue. And so that quickly, at lightning speed, I went from healthy to having a cancer that was spreading. And without that vigilance of doing the self-exam, I might not have had such a positive outcome. So certainly people need to take charge of that, to be responsible for getting to know what's normal and what's not, and talking to their doctor about that.
Absolutely, and you said that for you it happened at a very young age, so people also need to be aware of that.
Right. There was, breast cancer at 37 was the furthest thing from my mind, and certainly learned a lot about it very quickly, and also even just the fact that sometimes there are changes in the breast that aren't anything to be concerned about, but you need to be aware that something's changed, and you need to talk to your doctor about that, and it can in fact save your life.
All right, thank you so much for your insight.
Thank you, Wendy.